This conference will now be recorded.
A proposed agenda, just as the board.
Did you add anything, Steve?
No, but we do need to have an executive session. I'm sorry, I didn't put that on there. No, sir.
I would like to talk about, that, grabbing, rocking on the bar. Everything to work. Get some updated information on that. Eugene? Tom?
I'm good, Mr. I'm going to gentlemen approve the agenda for the edition.
That's it.
With the motion and second. All in favor by the show of hands. Okay, that motion carries. Okay, I owe a minute or email and mail to everybody. What's the pleasure of the board?
I move we adopt the minutes as recorded.
Second.
Okay, we have the motion and second. Are there any further discussion or correction on the old minute? If not, all in favor by the show of hands. And that motion carries. Mr. Steve is on.
Okay. Item number 2, let me get it going here. We'll have the financial, November's financial report at the next meeting, so we'll skip over that. Item number 3, the Georgia Department of Transportation is accepting applications for the FY 2026 LME program. Dewey County is eligible for $832,000. The program requires a 10% local match, and our applications must be received by DOT by February 1st. I've got a list of the priorities. I just didn't have time to get the projected cost estimate, so I'll get you a package sent out to you before next meeting, so you can look at it next time and have it on the agenda for the next meeting. Item number 4. I'd like to request just a very brief executive session. Very brief.
Now.
Good. Well, first, now.
Okay. I'll make a motion we go into executive session on a personnel matter.
That's it.
Okay, they have the motion and second. All in favor by the show of hands. Okay, that motion carries.
Oh, we did? Yeah.
Adopt the
This
minutes for
conference
executive.
will now be recorded.
Not too good.
Don't come back in now.
Not really. Can if you want to.
I make a motion that we adopt the minutes of executive session as read in executive session.
That's it.
It has been motion and second. All in favor by the show of hands. Okay, that motion carries.
In our search for our new county administrator, upon the announcement of Mr. Steve's retirement after the first of the year, I would like to make a motion that we offer the county administrator position to Ms. Danielle Jefferson after January 1st, pending her availability to begin.
I second.
There has been motion and second. Do we have any?
Just for clarification of your
Discussion.
motion, as an employee of the county,
As an employee of,
not a contractor.
not a contract, as an employee.
Do we have any other discussion on it? Going once, going twice. If not, all in favor, by the show of hands. That motion carried.
Congratulations.
Ms. Jefferson. Congratulations. I reckon first, are you willing to accept the position? Okay. Do you have a tentative date that you could start?
I think, there's enough notice because I have December, so tentative February.
That's what,
I could start before then.
okay,
Tentative.
okay, all right. Could we get a picture of you and the board?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, when Commissioner Casey returns back, I don't know. All right, if you would, come on up, Danny.
What are we gonna do, stay in this section?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
good.
Why don't you come in and stand behind
Slide around.
them, or if you and David want to stand behind them three and let her stand in the middle,
Okay, sure, you good.
you gotta help them. You gotta, it's like
But
herding,
I don't
like
know
herding
any-
goats, Tim.
I don't do that. I don't do organizations, Steve.
Come on now, get with it.
No, this will be great. Casey. 3, 2. And one more, 1 minute. 3, 2. Got it. All right. And congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Looking forward to working with you.
Yes.
A little bit of time I'll be here. Okay. Get back to the agenda. Let's see here. Roadside spray, and bear with me, I'm still haven't got anything on that. Just so you all know, our auditor, Gene Allen's been with us for the last couple of weeks, and it's challenging, but it always is. It takes up a long time, so bear with us. Just for information, upcoming county holidays, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then New Year's Day. So those will be upcoming holidays. And then along that line, the county commissioners meetings are usually the first and third Thursdays of every month. In January, the first Thursday is New Year's Day. So for January, the meetings will be bumped back a week. So instead of the first and third Thursday, they'll be the second and fourth Thursday, which means we'll be on January the 8th and January the 22nd. But if you show up here the first Thursday, you'll be by yourself. Okay.
Don't tell me that. I haven't paid it.
All right. And I still don't have anything on proposals for backhoe, so bear with me on that. Item number 9, the planning commission will meet at 5:30 next Monday to consider 2 zoning requests. And request number 1, Rebecca Sutton on behalf of John Law submitted a variance application for parcel 4213, currently zoned agricultural. The variance is to reduce the front setback from 90 feet from the center road to 50 feet. The variance is for a storage shed to be placed in the yard. The property is located at 4884 Pinehurst Byron Mill Road. Since that's a variance request, that goes before the planning commission, and the planning commission has the authority to issue variance requests. So it's just a matter of information for y'all for request number 1. For request number 2, Corey and Keisha Daniels have submitted a conditional use application for parcel 6126B, which is currently zoned R1, single family residential. The conditional use is to allow a group home reentry partnership program to be used in the home on the property. Property is located at 704 Robertson Road. Since this is a conditional use request, this goes to the planning commission first. They'll hold a public hearing, like I said, next Monday. And then then the planning commission will vote to make a recommendation to the county commissioners as to whether to approve or deny this request, and that will be on the agenda for our next board. Hearing no questions, we'll move on. Number 10, Dooley County is contracted with Waste Management for residential and commercial solid waste collection. Waste Management will be increasing their monthly rate effective January 1 for an annual consumer price index adjustment of 4.8%, which their contract with us allows them to have an annual adjustment based on the consumer price index. The monthly residential rate will be increasing from $19 to $19.67. And all the commercial rates will be increasing as well. Okay, I just want to share. We've gotten some correspondence from State Representative Patty Stinson with some concerns she has received from constituents about the elections process in Dooley County. For me, the majority of these concerns are matters that are directed at the Board of Elections and Registration. There were some concerns about the process of which the Board of Commissioners go through appointing the members of the Board of Elections and Registration. But upon my review, it appears everything we have done is in order, and so everything is good as far as the appointments of the Board of appointments of the board members of the Board of Registration and Election. The other concerns she mentioned, I think, are matters that should be directed to the Board of Elections.
Mr. Chairman, I agree with what's been stated. I would add that on the second paragraph of her email on November the 25th, right before Thanksgiving, she said that Section 3 of the Dooley County Charter, which is an incorrect statement, it's not the charter as amended, I suppose, when they created the Board of Elections, which was like around 2009 or so. I think that's what she's referencing. And we agree with that. Relating to elections, addresses the appointment of board members. In quotes, the board shall be composed of 5 members, which it is, who shall be appointed by the commission, which they are. End of quote. My question is, does each county commissioner nominate an individual from their district to serve on the board? Question mark. And I would answer that as each county commissioner has the position has been that each county commissioner nominates an individual to serve on the board. Currently, I believe that those that are serving serve in relation to the 5 districts. Am I right on that? Yes. Okay. And to be more specific on that, when you say each county commissioner, in her question, there are county commissioners who have succeeded other county commissioners, and some of those appointments have been continued. To be very clear about that. And I also want to further state that I'm not aware that it says that it says that the board shall be appointed by the commission. Her question is of representative democracy, which is a little bit beyond what the legislature put. But in fairness, you are doing that. But you're not limited to appointing from your district in the instance that no one in your district would be willing to serve. And we've had problems getting people to serve in the past because of conflicts or just the demands of the job. So that's her first question in the second paragraph. The second one is, additionally, since board members' terms are staggered, are any members up for reappointment this year or in 2026? And I think the answer to that question Steve has, that the ones that were open for appointment have already been announced on multiple prior agendas, and then finally an appointment was made prior to the receipt of this email to fill the open terms for 2025, for the ones that were expiring at the end of 2025. Am I correct in that?
That's correct.
Okay. And then the last part of her question is, does any come up in 2026? And I believe the answer to that is no.
It'll be 27 with the next two come up.
Right. So the answer to the first part of the question, 2025, those have been filled, and which ones were those?
25 would have been District 1, Ms. Ford.
Who has served since January 1 of 2010?
District 3, Mr. Wilkin.
Who has served since April of 2017?
And Mr. Clark, District 4.
Who has served since May of 2022?
And then I think one of our other questions was, are their terms staggered? They serve 4-year terms, so three of them expired the end of this year. The other two expire 2 years from now, so they are staggered.
And in also fairness to the question behind the question of the staggering of the terms, I have reviewed this legislation years past about the setup of that board when questions came up, and the board, since it was created as a new board, typically when the state creates a new board like that, you stagger terms, and some people have like a 2-year term and then they get reappointed. So that initial staggering, if you read the legislation, that might be confusing. That staggering has grandfather or not grandfather played itself out, and it is being reappointed staggering. And so this has been going on now 15, almost 16 years, I suppose, of the process of this board operating.
I'd like to just point out in her first letter, which I think was sent to the Secretary of State's office.
Is that the one, sir, that says Dear Deputy Tyson?
Yes.
Tyson.
Talking about fair elections and thinking the lack of and making accusations without any evidence, any video of anything that was done wrong. The Secretary of State's office did send somebody down to see the runoff elections, and I believe
You're talking about the ones that happened on Tuesday of this week.
last Tuesday.
Okay.
Didn't they send a representative down?
I believe that the representative came down to observe the counting of the ballots.
And was satisfied with the way that the office out there counts the ballots or their process.
He made observations. He made a comment to one of the board members that he was there to observe, and that he was not there on an open investigation. That's what I was told. I was not present when that was said.
Again, I think she satisfied her position there of contact Secretary of State's office and doing that. Her second letter, as you state, goes into more of her letter to us is she trying to influence the way we appoint? Is she trying to influence members of that board out there? Is this for her reelection next year? Her second letter, I agree it belongs to the Board of Elections, but her second letter to us, I think, is overreaching as a state representative of trying to make us second guess our position of who we appoint in those positions. I hope this is the end of it.
But it looked like to me that she was so concerned about it. Why didn't she contact us first? Instead of like to me, she just jumped, and then listen to the constituents in the community. That some of the things that they say with no, I mean, I just didn't think what you did right, like what you said.
Well, I hope she takes the elections board did not grant her any favor in holding a special call meeting just for her to come. But they did tell her when their next one was in January. And I hope,
I don't want to, I'm not trying to interrupt you, I want to be very clear. When she, and it goes back to Ms. Barrett's point, she did contact the election board before she contacted the Secretary of State, we assume. But she asked to have a Zoom meeting, which they are not set up to do because it needs to be a public meeting. They offered her the opportunity to come to a public meeting.
the next one,
Correct.
as everybody else can go to the next one.
Right.
They're not going to have a called special one just for her audience. So I'm saying, I hope she takes the opportunity now to be at that next meeting.
She was
That
also
she
offered
was
the
invited.
January meeting.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I hope she goes to it and gets the answers she wants as a representative of the community.
But it made me feel like, you know, we are incompetent. That's running the county like it's supposed to be, you know. And you start questioning me or the community about what's going on.
Well, I will make this, if I make this last remark. The Board of Elections is appointed by this board, like the Tax Assessors Board is appointed to be independently operated, so that this board is not putting its thumb on what that board is doing.
That's right.
And my concern with the email directly to this board is it may be a fundamental misunderstanding of what that separation of powers needs to be, according to the original legislation, which originated in the legislature where this person is a member.
She knows it's set up. Don't give credit where credit's not due. Her second letter, she knows the separation. She wants us to replace its members because of us appointing the ones we have out there incorrectly, because she's not getting satisfaction from those members. She knows the separation. The letter to us was to influence us from her position to try to change our picks.
Not getting into political discussion, all I want to.
That's all this is. I mean, that is all this
I
is.
just want to point out that there is a reason why this is handled by a separate board.
That's all.
That all?
I got one question. Was that first letter, was it in the newspaper?
Yes.
It was?
You know, this letter,
Yeah, that came from the paper.
yes. I'm assuming Ms. Stetson submitted that to the newspaper.
That's what it says.
And Facebook. Well, I hope they rewrite and say that the person was on point out there observing the elections and follow up, that and nothing's been done or been said since the runoff Tuesday.
Well, it should be stated in there what he was out there for, not no investigation. You know, they just to observe. And we need these people that bring all these allegations against us, man. I swear, you know, it's like to me, it ought to be something that can be done about that. Because anybody can disturb a brush fire. It just don't make no sense. Because you're carrying it out.
Okay. Karen, that's all I have now. If you wanted to add gravel on dirt roads,
Oh, I think that. Good that you said. I know we talked about you know, grabbing the road, and each one of us had road that we submitted. But okay, and I really said because I did call you back the other day. They and you said it was in the policy that people speak, and I don't mind speaking as long as, and I'm just speaking. I got to speak for the whole time. But I'm just speaking for me. If we're gonna grab a road, I would sort of like to know again, you know, about his decision on it, and we just come to a agreement on it. Because like I told you, the road a little further down, I had put that on the list. I know I might have put roads on the list. I can't remember what I did or not. But, when it comes to the gravel, I would like to, before we get it running out, I don't even know how much you got out there. But I would like to.
I'm working on coming up with a current list. This is a current map. And it's hard to, it's hard to get this in where you can see. But in regard to your particular question about, let me blow this up. Okay, in regard to your particular question about, okay, Lily coming out West Road, first dirt road to the left, five star.
That's right.
I talked to, are you wanting the whole road?
Well,
Normally what we've done in the past, we're not doing the entire road, we're just doing the bad place sections. That's normally the worst travel. So
I would like to run the side all the way down to, that section is.
from
I
where,
don't know what anybody did further down on that dirt road.
well, that's it. When I mentioned, talking about either one, he just wanted clarification what portion of that road,
Yeah, at
or from West Road, how far?
least, okay, I know there are 2 houses.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he didn't know if their major travel, do they go out to West Road or do they go down to Mount Vernon Road?
We come out the West Road.
Okay, that was his concern. He went,
Yeah.
okay. He wanted to get the right section.
Right. And see, that's all, that's what, I get all the complaints.
Okay, so get from West Road down to the house.
Yeah. They do that, but that's a.
And like I said, I'm working on getting you a current list and map.
Not all of us submitted.
We had a list of roads, toll roads.
Initially, but they've been done. I mean, y'all had a big list.
We had a list
And
of
then y'all
7.
specifically said like 7 or 8 roads. Those have been gravel. To my knowledge, all those have been.
I don't know, maybe, I'd like to see the list again.
I'll
We
go
get
back
that. Then we gave him authority to hit the bad spots at all costs.
Right. But see, now, I forgot about that, but since we said, this is all about some taking it, you give me your role, man.
Why not? Keep you happy. All right, well, I'll get the original master list. And then that initial priority list. But I was impressed that initial list has been done, maybe not bad. We'll get it done.
Yeah, we can come up with it.
All right.
I know that's not everything, is it?
Mhm.
I mean, I do. Are you serious?
35 minutes.
Don't say too much, man.
Okay.
You get it started. You're ready to war. You're ready to war.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Joseph. Forgive me. I invited you to come and speak, and I was about to ignore you. Joseph came by yesterday and was just talking about some of the recent successes in the rec department. I said, why don't you come and just sort of update the board? They like to hear.
Thanks for
Have a seat.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
as a matter of introduction to this young man, he needs no introduction, but my understanding is that there was a search for Mr. Claus Santa for the library, and his name might have been submitted, and he readily took it. Did you get a suit?
The suit will be here Monday. Put on a few pounds before then.
I got the thing that you put in there.
Okay.
I got a whole suit.
Really? Okay. I'll ask you about that later.
I'm not even.
Right now.
I'll do that. I got a hell suit. too.
I'll have to help now. Need some volunteers for the help. Well, thank you for having me. Just want to catch up on a few things that we've been working on, things that we've completed, some grants that we've got, and some community involvement we've done, and things we've got coming up soon. So we had a successful football and soccer season. We kicked off football season with a camp that was run by the high school coaches on their field, which included training not only for the kids but also for our coaches. We're trying to put in the new football coaches system within our system, which will go on to the middle school and just be one continuous stream of the same playbook. So the school has been great with that. The football season was successful. We had a younger flag football. We had an 8 and under, a 10 and under, and a 12 and under.
Girls.
These boys.
Okay.
I'll get to the girls. And then we also had a soccer season, and for the third year in a row, the varsity soccer team has helped run our program. They bring out the entire team, their coaches. They help us with which cuts cost with the referees, scoreboard operators, and then coaching. And they've done a fantastic job. They don't get enough credit for all that they do. They are there early. They stay late. They have been fantastic for us and helped us a lot. And we really appreciate that. We were able to start a new program this year. We are in girls flag football now, and it has been amazing. I've really had fun with it. The girls have taken to it. We had big wins this year over Perry, Peach County, Macon County, Talbot County, Turner County, and this weekend we are going to state competition in Jackson County. And I
All
can
of
see
them stay for high school team. And nobody gonna go to another campus.
I can't guarantee that. I hope they don't.
I'm glad they give me this thing every time, all the time they go off to the high school.
They do, and I think the JV team too.
Nationwide.
It's a fast-growing sport, and if you come out and watch a game, you'll see why. It's a lot of action. It's fast-paced. The girls love it. I could see in the next 3 years, with us starting this program as a feeder program for the high school, I could see them, being a state title contender within 3 years. It's growing fast. I can see our program really growing. I can see it being something we have just like boys tackle football, where we have an 8 and under, a 10 and under, a 12 and under. This year we had the 14 and under, and they have really impressed. Mr. Terrence Ward and Gina Ward are our coaches. Both of them have done a fantastic job, and we really appreciate them for stepping up for that. We also have received a few grants. So we were able to get a grant, a small grant of almost $1,500 from the Atlanta Falcons. We got another one from the Atlanta United, which is the professional soccer team in Atlanta. And we are waiting to hear back from the Hawks. They'll announce on the 15th if we got their grant, which I expect to. We've gotten it 4 years in a row. And we also have on Tuesday, Georgia GHOP, which is Georgia High Obesity Program, which is through the University of Georgia. We got a grant with them that is going to provide us. They're coming Tuesday to deliver all this, but an ice maker, all this commercial grade for our concession stand, an ice maker, a convection ovens, warmers, coolers, totaling right around $2,500 worth of goods that they'll be delivering. And this was part of a program that they have different levels of this program, where it started with, they asked us to do a few things, and it was replace certain things in the concession stand that were healthier options. Some of them were like replacing chips, some was replacing candy, some of it was replacing the sodas with juices and things like that. We haven't seen a fall off in the concession stand at all from this. I think that a lot of these options have been better. They've been great. So once we completed that, they came in and they said, what do you need for your concession stand? We made a list. They approved it. It'll be here Tuesday. The third phase after this will be where we start asking for the larger items, which is like playground equipment, which could total, I mean, some of these playground sets are very expensive. But we've got our foot in the door, and we're working with them to make that happen.
Well, Santa Claus, you've thrown a lot of numbers out. How much does that add up?
With just those would be over $10,000 totaling all those. But that's not the big one. The big one is the House of Rayford. And I'll have to give a little credit where it's due. Mr. Glenn Layson helped us with this a good bit. But the House of Rayford, they want to make a splash in the community. They told us that at the meeting. They said that they want to come in and help us out with a few things where their plants in the Carolinas that they have, that they love to help out rec departments. And so they came in, they said, we want to make a splash. What do you need? We need new lights out at the baseball complex. Some of them are pretty old. Some of them have been going out. They brought in their chief engineer, flew him in from North Carolina. He came in. He said, what are you looking to do? We told him. He looked around for about 10 minutes. And he said, I don't see a problem with this at all. And so that'll be the first phase. And then he said to go ahead and let's look towards the second phase. So we're looking to, we'll have that done before baseball season starts. House of Rayford really wants to be a big part of this community, and we appreciate them for stepping up for us. Our community involvement, we carried on with our literacy initiative, where we are put in a little library, and we put it in the hallway of the rec department, where we bought a bookshelf. The school has provided us books that a lot of them are sports books from cheerleading, soccer, football, baseball, kind of gearing towards the heroes of that sport. The kids can come; they don't have to rent them; they can just take them and go. They're free books that we're able to give out, which has been great. The library, we have really tried to help with that. We love the library systems, and we want to help them grow. We participated in our open house where we brought in all our cheerleaders right there in the middle of the library. Our cheerleaders got to do a cheer for everyone at the open house, and then we're brought back in for an encore. So they had a good time with that. There was food, prizes. It was a good time. And like was mentioned, I was asked if they said they needed Santa Claus. Myself and my dad were maybe asked or so I thought I would take that load off of Daddy a little bit. So we got the suit, and I guess I'm gonna be Santa Claus this year. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. We also did the trunk or treat with the school and the city of Unadilla. With the school, I dressed up as Superman, and after I was able to stay at the school and read to 8 classrooms. So brought into the classroom, got to read to the classes as Superman, which the kids really loved. And that was fun. Really enjoyed that. We had the annual health fair, which was a success. We really enjoyed that. We host that in the gym every year. We also was at the stakeholder panel meeting with the school system, which was a really, I think it was a really good meeting. We talked about certain things like with the kids to help them right after high school to try to find a direction, and also with financial literacy towards saving money, making money, and with that, I was able to bring in our new intern that we hired through the work training program at the school. His name's Cecil King. He's a senior. He would have been here with me today, but he doesn't go. We can't get him out of school to the afternoon, but he's been really interested. He's a great kid. He really tries hard. He wants to learn. And so he was in the panel meeting and was able to give a direct answer to some of the things that they were asking. What do the kids want? What do they need? With him being there, he's able to speak up and kind of give them a direct answer from an actual student. He's been able to learn different things from making rosters to field setup. He's learned how to drive a zero-turn mower last week. He's had a good time. He's doing a great job. So we're proud of him and glad to have him. I was on the panel for the REACH scholarship. So we came into the school system. They have these 8th grade students in the REACH scholarship. There's certain financial requirements to be able to get this, also academic requirements. They brought in 5 students. We interviewed them all. And yes, that's Superman there.
I just texted that dog.
They came in. They did all the individual interviews. There was a panel of 5 of us that interviewed them, and then the school system told us after that they were going to be able to award all 5 kids with this REACH scholarship, and they'll have to maintain a grade point average, attendance, and a behavior all the way through high school to be able to get this. I believe it totals $2,500 a year. So when they get out of high school, they'll be able to use that towards furthering their education. So it's a great thing. I believe on the 10th, they're going to do the ceremony at the school. I was asked to attend that. So we're really proud to be a part of that. I think it's going to be a great thing for them to get that scholarship. So like I said, this weekend we're going to state with flag football. Really excited about that. We've already started basketball season. We've had some practices already. We have a 6 and under co-ed. We have an 8U, a 10U, a 12U, a 14U in boys and girls, multiple teams in each age group. So it's going to be a busy few months with that, but basketball season is a lot of fun and the kids really enjoy it. We also we had the special education dance that we've done for the last few years. We used the community building in Unadilla, and we decided this year that we're going to change it up a little bit to make it more inclusive for all the kids. We have been doing it in the evenings, and it's been a great success. But there are kids that can't get there, even providing transportation can't get there. And so what we decided to do is we're going to do it during the day from 10 to 2. The school's going to make it a field trip, so all the kids will have transportation. They'll all be able to get there, so we'll be able to move the number from 50 or 60 kids to over 100 kids. And so we think that's going to be a great thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of community support with that one. And then when I leave here, I'm going to Christ Chapel to help them with their chicken giveaway. They have a great thing going on at Christ Chapel with their food pantry, and going there to help them with that after this. So that's just some of the things we've been working on.
Is that all you've been doing? Is that all?
This might be something else. I'm trying to make a list, but
What do you do in your spare time?
this is my spare time.
You have a lot of kids. So it's not-
It's obvious. I mean, it's obvious.
I see why I can catch up.
Just a side note, I texted y'all a picture of him in a Superman uniform. He came by. We had a board meeting that morning, and he just had to come by. And I took a picture of it. I just texted the picture to my wife and said, "We had a special guest yesterday." And that's all I said. Well, she knew that we were having a meeting. One of the things we talked about was going through the resumes for county administrator. She said, "Is that the new county administrator?" I said, "No, unfortunately, Superman did not apply for the position."
Well, I appreciate y'all having me this morning.
Thank you, Joe.
Great job.
You- you-
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess, Mr. Chairman, if, we have anything else?
No,
Oh,
that's
we,
it.
oh, we got somebody?
Whatever I did say.
Renee?
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't put anything?
Okay.
I just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Lynn Brown. I am a nurse practitioner. I own Your Choice Healthcare. Have an office in Eastman, McRae, and Dublin. But I'm running for State Senate District 20. I'm putting my hat in the ring for some rural healthcare changes, insurance changes, and I live in a small community, and I think that the area that we own currently in District 20 needs representation in the rural areas just as much as we do in the bigger areas. I want you to see me. I want you to know that I'm coming, and I want you to say what the heck you care for now. But that being said, I really want to listen. I want to learn, and I want to know what your challenges are. Which I'm going to be honest, I think your challenges are probably just like Eastman and Truman County, Wilcox County. You have no health care here. Really, do y'all even have a provider's office in this town or in the county? You have one, right?
In the county?
In the county.
One,
We just don't make it.
There's one. There is. There is.
Right here
a couple.
still?
Okay. I wasn't even sure if there
There's a
was one.
primary health care Alfred on Hospital used to be,
Yeah,
and there's a pediatrician in Mayana,
okay, good.
and then what's the Unadilla?
Health care or whatever.
Okay, so you got a few options, okay? And then a dentist maybe
One dentist
at the new hospital, which this it covers everything from Dooley over to Truthland, the house and over to Lawrence, down to Dodge. There's only three counties with a hospital at all, and you're one of them, obviously. So your access is limited to critical care and things like that. So I mean, I just want to. No, I am a healthcare expert in rural Georgia, getting patients to and from, and and I just want to let you know that I'm here. I want y'all to come, start learning and listen, and just say who is she? Well, you know who I am because I'm here letting you know who I am. So, and I'm want to learn what your community needs, and just kind of learn and see what I can to help support you if I do get elected to the state. At that level, and then of course, I'll be here as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. That's everybody. I make a motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Second.
And, motion and second. All in favor, please stand up and left.